check out this Kendrick Lamar show. I gotta speed it up a little bit and probably mute it out a few times because I'm sure somebody's got the copyright to it. But we're gonna go over it. Right there. The intro was hard for people to hear. That seems to be what one of the drawbacks was about this particular performance is people couldn't hear. And one of the things in rap music is you got to hear what a person is saying. If you don't already know the song, like I already know what should be there, so my brain is putting it together. If I'm new to this song and I don't know what the person is saying, it's definitely going to be a problem. So that, to me, is more of an issue with the audio people and not so much Kendrick as an artist. But I'll continue. I think the pants are limiting the man's movement to a degree. And it's causing him to look kind of stiff. And there's not a lot going on around him. So he is the focus, but he's not doing a lot. And so folks watch the Super Bowl for like Michael Jackson type stuff. And I think it was a couple weeks ago, they had this bowl, not a bowl, but it was a game in Houston and Beyonce performed, right? And Beyonce had like Post Malone out there. Who else did she have out there? She had a couple folks out there. Her daughter was out there. It was like a big thing. There was horses and people were coming from the back and they were doing all this marching stuff and she went up in the sky. Like that was like a Super Bowl level show. So I from my perspective, just me, I believe that show having happened like a month ago kind of set the bar, and Kendrick's bar for the performance side isn't going to be no Beyonce show. I don't know who would expect a Kendrick Lamar show to be a Beyonce show, but that's never going to happen. So the second you know who's performing, you just get that out your mind. That wasn't what it was going to be. Kendrick is a lyrical artist, so you got to listen to him, which is not normal for the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is about explosions and pyrotechnics, people popping up from the floor, some artist that you didn't know that was there coming out of nowhere in the crowd or something over to the side on a golf cart, whatever. There's always these weird optics to it. This was really just focused on Kendrick Lamar. There was a little break to the whole Samuel L. Jackson thing, but it's all focused on Kendrick by himself, which I also have an issue about because I don't think that Kendrick got to this point by himself. And a lot of artists, the reason why they bring other artists up there is because a lot of the songs that were hot, that made them hot, other artists were on. I'm gonna get to that later. So let me jump it up a little bit to when they do the US flag piece here. Okay. So a lot of people said that Kendrick was being divisive by having red and blue on the same stage. But the red, blue, and the white was for obviously the American flag, which to me seems like more of a unifying thing. We're all American kind of thing. America first. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong, but I'm just saying this is what the interwebs have told me, is that he was trying to, shout out gang culture in this particular. Okay, because I got to bring it back for the folks here. They mentioned that there was a gap in the middle of this American flag situation, right? But initially, not divided. He's just standing in the middle. So what are y'all talking about? That's the US flag. They divided so he could move through them and walk forward in this shot here. You see what I'm saying? So we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I believe that to some degree, if a person is looking at it from a patriotic standpoint, that was a patriotic move. It wasn't some flag with a line through it for somebody that passed away. It was literally just an American flag, and that was it. It wasn't messed up in any way. It didn't have the little Confederate stars in it, or any of the stars, to be honest. It was just a color scheme. I think we're looking a little too far into that one, but I'll continue. This is when I heard you brought your homeboys with you, that you get a deduction for bringing your peoples with you. So it's kind of like he's taking a shot at folks that have a team. Now, I get I hear y'all in the chat. I just think that no stars that would have been part of the outfit. There was just people with outfit colors on. I think we might be digging a little too deep in that. And yes, he did split the flag to get through it, but I can't specifically say that he cut the flag. These folks just had on these outfits. I think the more important piece that I'm catching is what Samuel L. Jackson is saying. Because honestly, what he's saying is 100% correct. He's literally kind of narrating like, yo, are you not trying to play the game correctly? This is not what the hell you should be doing. So it's almost like he's saying what people are thinking, or some people are thinking, without saying it. I think some folks had an issue with Sam Jackson being the Sam Jackson being Uncle Sam. Some folks had an issue with that. I don't know. He did play Steven in Django. So if we're not offended by that, I think we can pause on the Uncle Sam part. When he said, "Who's that nigga on that nag?" You know what I'm saying? We had no problem with that. So let's just let Sam Jackson get his check like he got during the election. He was on stage talking. So somebody's paying him for something. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's let it keep going. People are making it like, if we're going to make this a big political statement, it should have gotten across better, is what I'm saying. If it was that. Yes, we have some conspiracy theorists that can dig in and find those little nuances, but that's not who that's supposed to be for. It's supposed to be for the grandioseness of it. Like the idiot that went running across the field with the freaking Palestine flag that went viral for that during this same halftime show. So, anyway. Sam Jackson said, "You done lost your damn mind." Because he's right. He literally said they like to sue. They do like to sue. But they can't sue you for doing this song because that was your record company's song anyway. They can sue you for saying certain things within it, which he didn't say. He's smart about that. So I'm just going to say that the SZA piece for me, I did like that one. It was like a total vibe change though. And it was sitting in the middle of all of this other stuff, the Drake stuff. That song had nothing to do with a Drake beef. That's why it felt different than the other stuff that was around it. So that, I can see why people said that the vibe in the middle part was the better part of the show, because I felt that change right there. I felt that. So I don't know. So far I don't really think he did anything other than like a Kendrick Lamar show. Like I don't think it was overly political. I don't think it was overly, like Super Bowl-y, glitzy, glammy. So he didn't sell out in that regard. And he also just didn't bring anybody else up there but SZA, who's a label mate. So, but I don't see it as something that we should be cutting our teeth on as far as, he's trying to make this huge, bold statement. He just did the Super Bowl and won Grammys. What statement is he making? He won. That's the statement. He won. So what else? I don't know. He won. Trump won. A bunch of people that we didn't think would win a year ago are winners now. Kendrick Lamar is one of them. When that J. Cole beef started with him, I did not see this coming. I didn't see him doing the Super Bowl and winning 5 Grammys. When it started with the J. Cole beef, then became a Drake beef, for those that don't remember how this whole thing started. So you know what? It feels more like a victory lap. I know he's doing the Drakey songs. I wish he would have done the earlier shit, because that was when I really liked Kendrick Lamar's music, was the earlier Kendrick. Like the swimming pools Kendrick and the Don't Kill My Vibe Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? That Kendrick. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. The word he didn't say was that P word. He couldn't say the P word. You see what I'm saying? Hold up, is somebody getting blocked in the chat? I don't need nobody blocked right now. We're doing open opinion on this one. Now, if you say some wild, goofy shit, then yes, but in a general sense, no, I'm not taking any offense to if anybody doesn't agree on my take on the Kendrick performance. I could care less. We're just talking. You know what I'm saying? There at the end, I don't know if you guys can see it, but he puts "game over" in the crowd in lights. I don't know if that's drones or people with lighters or phones or whatever the hell it is. But "game over" is what's in there. So he's basically saying that the whole damn thing was a game. That's what I got from it. This whole thing was a game so that he could revitalize his career And watch what the hell happens next. Drake got to come back. Drake got to come back. Drake still owe his record label money. Drake got to come back. You see what I'm saying? So perhaps